So, as always, my friends, when you do get dragged into the social media world of bodies and physiques and body transformations, always remember it doesn't actually matter what anybody else is doing, because as long as you focus on yourself, and as long as you remember that when you go to the fitness palace of love, you're only in competition with what you do, in the sense that if you are lifting more than you lifted last week, you're absolutely smashing it, everything is going to be okay. However, cheap plug at Simon316 on Instagram and Twitter, lots of people sent me this and they said, Simon, do you really think this to be the case with Liver King? And I was like, No, I don't. Now, of course, we do have to throw in the words like allegedly and we don't know, and Liver King did come clean about all of this. We did a video a few months ago. He said, he was taking a lot of performance-enhancing drugs, and he regretted the fact that he misled people about it. Now, when I watched all the things that he was talking about, I believe I said this on my video, he did come across as quite sincere, and he also came across as a guy who was actually struggling with self-worth and was actually struggling with self-confidence, which again, I can also understand. I think we all can. So he probably found himself in a world, and I'm not trying to defend him because you shouldn't mislead people. That's not a cool thing to do. But he probably found himself caught up in a world where he was using his image as his social media barometer and his financial barometer. He basically got tied up in the way that he looked, as a lot of us do, and he went down a very, very silly path. And again, it stands to reason. You don't want to leave a bad impression of young people that are getting into lifting weights, because they'll look at you, and if you just say, oh man, I just ate a bunch of meat and I went for a walk, they will go, well, I'm going for a walk and I'm eating a bunch of meat. Why don't I look like you? And then they're going to get sad, and then they're going to get depressed, and then they're going to get down. That is not the point of health and fitness. Health and fitness is there to build you up and to give you confidence and to make you feel warm and fuzzy in your tum-tum. However, on the Liver King's Instagram, and I found this on Fitness Vault as well, so we'll use that as the article. He posted up a picture. You can see it on the screen right now. In the corner, it says 121 days, which is seemingly a reference to being 120 days natural. So what would be 30, 60, 90. So 4 months natural. Didn't need to count that on my hands, but I did it anyway. And well, look at the guy. If I was going to say anything, I actually think he looks better than he did before. Now, he did do a post a while ago where I've got the details written down here. He had dropped a lot of weight, I believe. He'd gone down to something like 188 pounds, because I don't think he's a very tall dude. You got to remember that. I think he's like 5'5" or 5'4". I mean, I'm making these up. I'm not 100% sure. But here we are a few months later. He just looks massive. I mean, he's got those abs. Everyone goes, oh my gosh, they must be ab implants. I don't believe they're ab implants. I think that one we can probably count as red. I don't even know what to say about it. Again, the main reason I'm doing this video is because a bunch of people ask me. I would have my doubts, but at the same time, if you have been doing PEDs for the majority of your life, which I don't know if he has, I'm just talking in general terms here, you can build up a base and you can kind of utilize the benefits that you had when you were on them, even when you come off them. Now, you're not going to feel as good, and you're going to have certain mental struggles, I suppose. Again, I can't really talk from a first-hand experience because I've never done it, even though the comments always apparently tell me that I have. It's not like you come off and all of a sudden you lose 100% of the benefits, right? There are still going to be some benefits. And ultimately, while he is carrying a lot of muscle mass there, he's also incredibly lean. And don't forget, when you are super duper lean, you are going to look bigger. But yeah, I tell you this right now, I can't look like that. And he obviously has great genetics. We have to throw that in there as well. But I am happy to hold my hands up and say, with the diet that I am on now, my training regime, and shout out to my trainer Ryan, he's absolutely fantastic. I'm having so much fun with the gym and bodybuilding right now. He can't make me look like that, and I can't make myself look like that. It doesn't exist within me, which sucks, but it's true. And look, I've accepted it. I wanted to look like that when I was a kid. I mean, I still do, deep down in my tootsie toes, but sometimes you just have to admit, that's not for me, so let's just be the best version of myself that I can. Now, let's not, pretend that camera angles don't, help a lot with these kind of things. It depends on lighting, it depends on the way, again, the framing, etc. I put a picture up on my Instagram the other day. It was a throwback Tuesday when I was hanging out with Cody Rhodes, and my arm looks bigger than it ever has been in my life, which is awesome for me, but it's just not true. So I thought we would go through some of his reels, which we're doing here. I mean, look, he's still got an incredible physique, but it doesn't look as crazy cray as he did look in this other picture, and that was literally 18 hours ago. I mean, he's still got those crazy abs. Actually, he still does kind of look ridiculous. I don't know what I'm talking about. Here he is chilling out by a fire. I mean, that's just weird, to be honest. And he's having dreams about himself. But, why not? Dream about yourself. This is him walking along, and there you can just see. I mean, he's absolutely massive. He's shouting us here. I don't have the sound on. I'm not sure whether I've recorded this sound. No, he's still in ridiculous shape. He looks no different from me. And there he is lighting a cigar. And apparently Outcast So Fresh and So Clean is playing. So I'm glad I don't have that, because the video would absolutely get blocked. YouTube is so trigger happy at the moment. But But that is just an absolute, I mean, this whole thing is nonsense. I will say, in that position where he is sat down with his weird friends and his dogs, does he look smaller in terms of muscle mass? Yes. Is he still in ridiculous, phenomenal shape? Yes, he absolutely is. Do we have any of their pictures on here? I mean, there he looks mad. There he looks mad. No, he's like a video guy. Let me go back to the main thing. These are all videos. I would have preferred some pictures, but I don't think we're going to get any. No, we're not. So let's just go through his stories to see what else he put on there. You've seen the one story. There he is having a mid-workout snack. There's the picture we were talking about. Again, I mean, we may as well look at it. That's him doing brass knuckle push-ups. William Regal would be proud of that. That's him sleeping on a Hummer. He's an interesting guy, isn't he? And there, once again, I mean, his vascularity. He is super low body fat, and he's eating a crocodile, it would seem. And look, this is horses for courses, right? I'm trying to be as fair as I possibly can. He doesn't look as mad there as he does in other pictures, but I don't know. It's a difficult one. I'm not going to say yes or no. I mean, there, when he comes out the water, how long ago was that? The 8th of March. That was quite a while ago now, so we can't worry about that one. But it's kind of why I always think the best thing for you to do is just take it with a pinch of salt and don't let it get you down. I know I kind of go back to the same old on my channel, but it's because nobody else talks about it. People just want to point the finger and go, yes, he's doing this, or no, he's doing that. And I have my thoughts and I have my opinions, but that's all they are, thoughts and opinions. I think you would be far better served in putting your energy into yourself. Who cares what the Liver King is doing? Who cares what the Hollywood actors are doing? I mean, if they inspire you and they motivate you to go and work out and get in the gym, that's great. But just don't put yourself on a one-to-one level with them, because you're not with them. Even if their trainer turned up at the door and said, oh, hey, Brian, how you doing, Brian? This is all the stuff they're taking. I can get it for you. And you start taking it, you're still not going to look like them because you have a different chemical makeup, you have a different genetic makeup, and you're just going to walk down a path that is never ending, to be completely honest with you. And that's the truth about lifting weights to begin with. In many ways, I mean this in a positive sense, also a bit of a negative sense. The first time you do any kind of weightlifting is like the worst day of your life, because you're never going to be happy with your physique again, because you're always trying to go after something else. So even if your goal right now is to be 210 pounds and, 10 to 12% body fat, which is a very realistic goal for the average person, if that's what you're trying to do, actually it's an amazing goal, to be completely honest, and you get there, then you're going to want to be a bit heavier and even more lean, and a bit heavier and even more lean. That's just the way it works. So always try and have a positive approach with it. Always remember that you're going to have negative days as well, and that's okay, like a Jedi, and allow yourself to not enjoy, but to embrace these feelings and to accept them, because that's why you have them. Again, I don't want to go too mental health, but why do we have tears? Because we need tears, or sometimes you just have to have a cry. I would be dubious. Of course I would be dubious, but I don't know the guy, and I don't know what he's going through in his own life. So just ignore it entirely is what I'd say. If you enjoy the Liver King, enjoy the Liver King for what he is on the surface. Don't try and get too, bogged down with the nitty gritty, and we can just go from there. But the whole fitness thing has got way out of control. I mean, even the stuff you can get on Instagram these days of people taking shots, and then, you absolutely know if you had a shot of the shot being taken, you would see the lights, and you would see the camera people, and you would see, people with reflectors doing everything they can to make this person look as good as possible. And they've probably taken pre-workout, and they probably have fasted a little bit too, just to look as lean as possible. And remember, nobody actually walks around looking like they are in phenomenal shape, unless one, they're some kind of genetic freak, which does happen, or two, and this is the main one, they're absolutely miserable, right? There is a level you can get to where you will look phenomenal, but mentally you'll be absolutely broken because your body can't handle that. And that can change for everyone. Some people can get down to 6-7% and feel okay. Some people can go sub 10 and it's too much for them. Just remember, you're only in competition with yourself. I'm going to say that until the day that I die, because it took me way too long to realize it. And as soon as I did realize it, I was like, oh man, it's like a whole new world. I did an Aladdin joke yesterday, so I'm not going to do it again. So we'll draw a line under it there. I will just use this moment to implore you to go and watch other videos, because I know that notifications aren't working right now, so what is even the point of pimping them out? Any kind of engagement would rock, and there'll be a video on the screen as well. Like the video, share the video. GorillaMind.com/Simon. You just go Simon, get 10% off. I literally had a Gorilla Mind energy drink before this, so if I see a bit more bouncy, it's because it is the greatest energy drink I've ever had in my life. I mean, if you told me there was crack in there, I'd be like, it doesn't surprise me too much, but there's not, because Derek Moore Plates More Dates goes super duper science with this stuff. He's got a video on his channel. You should go and watch it. It's really good. Otherwise, yes, come send me this stuff at Simon316 on Instagram and Twitter. I always do appreciate it. ProWrestlingTees.com/Simon Miller, SamsonAthletics.co.uk/Simon316. These are my t-shirts. You've got fitness t-shirts. You've got wrestling t-shirts. Please buy them. Please wear them. It makes me super happy to see them. It just does. Also, personalized videos on Cameo, patreon.com/Simon316 to support with money. And ultimately, I just appreciate you watching this video. And hopefully, if you can walk away today being more focused on you when it comes to the gym, I think that is a good thing. And that kind of rhymed, so I should have ended on a poem. So instead, I'll end here. Take care of yourself. Have the best damn gym session of your life, and I'll see you soon.